What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over ranking our top small forwards right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, I do have to say this to kind of start this video. In my small forward list, I left out Brandon Miller. I apologize. He obviously should be top 10. I'm not perfect. There are going to be guys I miss out on. So if there is anybody, let people know down below in the comments. I tried to, double, triple check the small forward tier or top 10 to make sure everything was great. But who knows? It might be a little bit off. Now, as we do dive into our number one card here, okay, it's not Purvis Ellison. It's not. It's Purvis Short. Spelled his name wrong. That's why it didn't pop up. This card's number 10. And as we do dive into Purvis Short, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. Purvis Short is kind of a do-it-all small forward. Can knock down shots. Can attack the rim, 90 driving dunk, 88 speed, decent defensively. The problem with Purvis Short is, my question to him would be, what do you do at an elite level? That's my big question, because I like what the card provides. I think he's an overall solid small forward in the game. I just don't think he does anything at that elite level. And so that's my main thing when I'm looking at Purvis Short is, yes, you're a good card. You have a 6'7" frame. You can play some defense. But what do you do at the elite level? I don't know. You can shoot a little bit. You can obviously attack the rim. You can handle the ball a little bit, play a little bit of defense. But he's not a lockdown defender. He's not a pure sharp. He's not the best guard at, attacking the rim. And so that's my big question for Purvis Short. He's a fine all-around small forward. But I think with other cards on this list, you will see them just be a little bit better. Sidney Wicks coming in at my number 9. The big thing here for Sidney Wicks is this. Can you green with this card or not? He's only got a 55 3 ball. However, if you look at the rest of the card, first of all, I want to talk about his hot spots. It has a hot spot from the right corner and right slot, which, again, you guys might be like, oh, okay, Ty, like, who really cares? It doesn't matter that much. It matters a ton with the card with the 55 3 ball. But if you look at the rest of the card, he's got 88 speed, 90 defensive stats compared to the last card we just talked about, Purvis Short, having, mid-80s. A 90 driving dunk, 80 standing dunk. Ball handle is good. Rebounding-wise, better. To me, he's a better all-around card than Purvis Short. At 6'9". The question is, are you going to consistently green with Sidney Wicks or not? If you do consistently green with this card, you could probably even have maybe, this is maybe gassing it, maybe the top 5 on this list. That might be gassing it. But to me, he's that type of potential. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, plays immaculate defense, can dunk the ball, plays good offense as long as you can knock down shots to them. To me, Sidney Wicks has so much just potential as well coming in here at my number 9. At my number 8, we got kind of the polar opposite. We got Michael Porter Jr. This card, 92 3 ball. And that kind of is important to note because that's what he is going to do better than a lot of people on this list is shoot the basketball. Everything else about this card isn't perfect. He's 6'10", but if you look at the defensive stats, I mean, there's nothing there that's really outstanding. He's tall, so he can shoot over people, and he's got a 92 3 ball. That's what MPJ is going to do. Now, I'm a firm believer that Michael Porter Jr. is a little bit overrated. Now, why do I believe that? Again, he plays no defense. You look at these defensive stats, I mean, I could go out there and play better defense in the NBA than Michael Porter Jr. Yes, I'm lying and gassing it, but that's kind of the truth for this game. His defensive stats are very mid, are very mediocre, and I think you can do better than this card. Now, however, Hall of Fame Deadeye Limitless set shot specialist with a 92 3 ball at 6'10", smooth release. You've got to put him up here. To me, at number 8 is the perfect spot for Michael Porter Jr. Coming in at my number 7, got one of the newer cards here to talk about. It is the Diamond Scottie Barnes. Kind of pretty similar to Sidney Wicks. It's just kind of a do-it-all type of player. Or maybe Purvis Short would be the better option. He's kind of similar to Purvis Short, do-it-all. However, I think Scottie Barnes is just slightly better. Let's look at the badge count. Look at the base badges. He's got 23 base badges, pretty solid. 82 3 ball, 89 speed. Defensively, really, really solid. And so that's the one thing about Scottie Barnes is he can do it all, but the best part about this card is going to be his defense. Defense, outstanding. Stat-wise, pretty solid, though. Again, and can knock down shots, play good defense, attack the rim. To me, he's kind of a jack of all trades, can do it all on the floor. Not going to do anything at an insanely high level. Like, even defensively, there are going to be multiple guys on this list that are better than Scottie Barnes defensively. However, I think as it stands right now, Scottie Barnes is deserving of number 7 on this list. Number 6, we've got a card from the same set. I think this is how you spell his name. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. OG Anunoby. 6'7", defensively going to be one of the better cards on this list. Perfect 3 and D guy for your specific squad. Let's look at it. 86 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, defensively 85 interior, 93 perimeter, good steal block, Hall of Fame challenger, on-ball menace, can knock down shots, 88 speed, can make some plays, hot spots from both corners. Do you want me to keep going on? There is no doubt that OG Anunoby is better than Scottie Barnes in this game. There's no doubt. Now, the question is, obviously, I don't know the prices of these cards right now, but I'm guessing, there's just a guess, that OG Anunoby is going to be, again, this is just a guess, but my guess is that OG Anunoby is going to be more expensive than Scottie Barnes. Higher overall, better card, should be more expensive. But the question for me is OG deserving of being higher? You know, there's nothing that this card can't do on the floor. You want a guy that's going to play as good a defense as anybody else. OG Anunoby might be your guy. 6'7", again, 7'2" wingspan. To me, the card is absolutely ridiculous. The potential is off the roof. You could have this card in your top 5, and I'm not going to debate it at all. I love OG Anunoby in this game. Can't get him, though, just because the auction house is ridiculously priced. At my number 5, this is going to be one that splits the community. I'm plugging in Keith Van Horn. I really like Keith Van Horn. And where do you want to start? Do you want to start with his hot spots? Because that's kind of where I want to start to start with this card. Hot spots from the left corner as well as the left slot. You see a lot of guys that I do videos of that don't have many hot spots from the left corner and left slot, and even from the mid-range there. 93 ball, 84 speed, solid defensively. To me, he's a better version of Michael Porter Jr. And I think that's a fair and accurate statement. Defensively, he's going to be better than MPJ. I personally like his release just as much as MPJ. Not going to maybe dunk the ball as better or make plays as much. But again, solid defensively. Offensively, going to be a perfect 3-and-D player. And the best part about Keith Van Horn is his player model. His player build is absolutely massive. Honestly, guys, I might like Keith Van Horn more at the power forward position than the small forward position. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind. But this card is your perfect 3-and-D option. You finish badging him up, give him the gold on-ball menace, maybe put brick wall and movable enforcer on this card. You are going to absolutely love him. I checked his price today, and he's just over 100,000 coins. Now, yes, I'm not saying it's cheap, but with the market being the way it is right now, I feel like Keith Van Horn isn't that overpriced for where the market is right now. Keith Van Horn coming in at my number 5. At my number 4, we're plugging in Andrei Kirilenko, the diamond card in the barbecue buckets card set. This card came out a while ago. To me, think of Andrei Kirilenko as a better defender than OG Anunoby, slightly worse offensive player. I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, you look at the card, 82 3-ball. He does have a good release, though. Can't really dunk, can't really make plays. But defensively, he's got 87 interior, 93 perimeter, great steal block, Hall of Fame glove, on-ball menace. This card is your perfect 3-and-D guy in my team. Now, I do like cards that can give me a little bit more offensively than Andrei Kirilenko. So that's why I personally never ran AK this year. I've ran him in the past. This year, I've never ran him. Partly because offensively, he is pretty limited. And the other side to it is the fact that AK, he's expensive. Like, this card has not been under 100,000 coins all year long. So that's the two sides to Andrei Kirilenko. I think the card is a perfect 3-and-D option for your specific squad, though. It just comes down to, do you want a more offensive guy than Andrei Kirilenko? At my number 3, we're plugging in the pink diamond Kevin Durant. And I want to spend some time talking about KD because I like this card, but they hold him stat and badge-wise. Like, I like this card, but for a pink diamond, he's not nearly as good as some of the other cards stat badge-wise. Now, yes, KD is always going to be good because he's got KD animations. You know, his release is going to be incredible. It's tough to contest. He's 6'10". Like, he's got a lot of things going for him. But defensively, he's very mediocre. His badges, there's too many bronze, silver ones. I just think compared to some of the other pink diamonds, he only has 5 Hall of Famers. He just lacks a little bit. You know, we've seen diamonds with more Hall of Famers than Kevin Durant has. I have a problem with how bad they made this Kevin Durant card. And he is still good because he's Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant in 2K is like the cheesiest card in the game. But, I mean, stat and badge-wise, the card should be better. And I'm not trying to sit here and argue that KD is bad in this game. But there's going to be a reason the next guy is higher than KD, and he shouldn't be. Next guy here is Paolo Banchero. And I will argue with anybody that Banchero is better than KD. He's got more Hall of Famers. His badge count is better. His stats are better. There is nothing on the court outside of being cheesy that KD is going to do than Paolo Banchero. Yes, his release is probably slightly better. Again, he's a cheese ball offensively. But if you compare the cards side by side, stat badge-wise, KD is not better than Banchero. Banchero's got an 88 3-ball, perfect standing driving dunk, 90 speed ball, 86 ball, no 90 speed, 88 interior, 88 perimeter. Maybe 2K knew that Paolo Banchero was going to put up, what did he put up? 50-some points and like 40 in the first half the other night. Maybe 2K knew that he was going to have just an absolutely massive game. They're like, you know what? We need a Paolo Banchero just so we don't have to drop a moments card. Like, they don't drop moments cards anyways. But maybe that's what they were thinking. Maybe they knew Banchero would have a huge game. But this card's ridiculous. I spent basically all of my empty that I had on this card with 20-some Hall of Famers, and he's going to play for the foreseeable future. I love Paolo Banchero in this game. I don't even love his release. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, I do not love Paolo Banchero's release. His leaner's solid, but his release is on the slower side of things. But still, what he does on the floor with his player model, player build, being able to dunk the ball, being able to knock down shots, I'm telling you right now, I like him more than Kevin Durant. At my number one, this one is by a pretty wide margin. It is the Pink Diamond LeBron James. I do not think that there is a better card in the game than Pink Diamond LeBron James. And honestly, I think this card is the best card in the game by a country mile. Some people are going to argue Paolo is better than LeBron. That's just simply not true. And to me, with LeBron James, people are going to disagree. It all starts and ends with this, his release. The LeBron James release is so good this year. It's quick. It is so easy to time, easy to green. And the release just puts so much pressure on defenses. LeBron's the best slasher in the game, but because of his release, you can't go under screens. You can't do things you normally would do. And so I think that's what really makes it tough for LeBron. Meanwhile, he's the best defensive player, maybe in the entire game. 90 interior, 90 perimeter, high-flying denier. It has that Hall of Fame on-ball menace. This card is the most complete card in the entire game. And by far and away, in my opinion, the best small forward in my team right now. Let me know your thoughts on the top small forwards in the game. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.